Kita, Kita, what's wrong? I'm not worth anything now. I don't have any cheese or chicken on me. Ah, come on, Kita. Turn around a little bit. Ah, Guys, I'm keeping the bike, man. I've made my mind up. It's just it's so much a hassle to sell anything to anybody. I It's just too much of a hassle. You got to go to the notary. Like if somebody out of state wants to buy it, what you have to do is if someone out of state wants to buy my bike, you have to bring your title to the notary, put their name on the back of it. Okay, they have to sign it, and then I get the title notarized, and then off they go. Which some people they're not willing to do that because I guess maybe they feel like they're being trapped or they're being set up or something. So I'm going to sit on a motorcycle a little longer, and the more I keep it, the more it's going to go up in value. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care no more. I wanted to get maybe I should just get a Road King with more money, and I'll have two motorcycles. That's what I was thinking of doing. Some of my bills are coming close to being paid off, and oh, by the way, my credit is 800. My credit's 800 now, guys. Since I took that loan out and paid all my bills off, man, mine went up to 800. My wife's is 800. I could get that Harley right now. I just don't want to. I don't want to put any of my money down on it. And another thing I'm waiting to see who's going to win the election. That's another thing I'm waiting to see. So maybe next year, if that thing is still available next year, I'll have to show you guys the motorcycle I'm talking about. If it's available next year, I might sell all my guns, and with that money, I'm going to put down on a bike and I'll finance the rest, and I'll have the big dog and a Road King, which I'm not going to be able to find time to ride either one. But in a way that's nice because then I'll have more assets. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Come on, come on, don't be scared. Get up, let's go, let's go, let's go in the house. Come on. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can get you oh, a picture without me shaking here. Okay, let's see here. 39,000 miles. This is a 6-speed. It might look blue, but it's actually green. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Didn't know I was doing that. It's got the horns. It's got a few extra things on it. The hand grips, seat, aftermarket seat. It's got the crash bars, run of saddlebags. security, ignition key. Now, if you look at these, like the floorboards and the brake pad, these are aftermarket. They're upgrades. The air cleaner's upgrade. The brake rotor, I believe that's upgrade. It's a nice bike. It's just it has high miles, which it might look nice, but I'd have to start it up and see. Then they have another one too. It's not bad. They have an electric glide. Here, this one right here. This is actually less, but this is an older bike too. And that's a 2001, so that's what 23 years old. 32,000 miles. This is a 5-speed. It's not bad either. Actually, they're both nice. Now, with unlimited cycles up in Tyra, Unlimited Cycle Center, they'll have better motorcycles because they're a smaller outfit and they're way out in the country. Unfortunately, it's a 2.5 hour drive. But if I do get a Harley, I'm going to get it off of them. Even though I had words with them about 5 months ago, because they refused buying my big dog. Matter of fact, they refused it a second time because I messaged them a week ago. I gave them another chance to deal with me, and they do not want the big dog. Probably the most I'd get for it is about $500, and I'd have to be out of my mind to do that. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait until the elections are over. For me, guys, it all depends who wins the election. Because if Trump wins, he's going to cut my wife's disability off. I guarantee he will. I hope he doesn't. My wife doesn't think he will, but I think he will. Because the last time when that lunatic was in office, she couldn't get disability because Trump's administration cut a lot of funds to Social Security. And if he gets in, he's already said if he gets in, he's gonna do it again. He's gonna cut more funds off to Social Security. Because what Trump believes in is if you have 2 arms and 2 legs, you could work. That's what he thinks. That's what his motto is. He doesn't care if someone is crippled. He doesn't care if someone can't walk, can't stand for more than 5 minutes. He doesn't care if someone had a heart attack or a stroke. According to Donald Duck Trump, if you have 2 arms and 2 legs, you could work. So that's why I'm waiting to see who wins the election. And if Kamala wins, once spring breaks next year, what I might do is I might sell all my guns, all my assault rifles, or all my sporting rifles, everything, including my 2 shotguns. And with that money, I'm going to put it on a down payment on one of these motorcycles. I'd like to have the Road King, but you know, by then it might be sold. So, but they have nice bikes. They always have nice bikes coming in. So, yeah, there was a guy from West Virginia that was interested in coming out and looking big dog, but you know, guys, it's just too much of a hassle transferring everything over. I'm not dealing with it. So we're going to sit on that. You know, and I was going to let the big dog go for $6,500, which I know what a lot of you are saying. I got to be a fool after everything I've done to that bike, all the kneeling, back breaking work I did on that, and crawling around on that floor, putting that stator in, putting that cam in, polishing that aluminum. I'd have to be a complete idiot to sell it for that price. And you're right. I'd have to be an idiot. No, I'm not selling it for that price. I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to sit on it until I blow the engine up. You know, which I probably never will blow the engine up because if I get the Road King or that electric glide, you know, that means that I'll use that even less. I will literally use the. I'll be lucky if I put 100 miles a year on it. We'll keep it nice. We'll keep it in a heated garage, you know, and it'll just accrue in value and be worth even more money. So, all right. Well, God bless everybody, including you Trump lovers. I'm not going to hold anything against you because you like Donald Duck Trump. Don't worry about it. Go with God. Yahate. All right, guys. We're going to start her up. Too cold to go out for a ride. Guys, look at these brackets I made, man. Look at them copper brackets I made for those. They're a little bit stronger now. The foot pegs are a little bit stronger. We got the same over here. This one here is just a little bit different. It feels a little bit better. You guys know I changed my mirror stems. These are working out real good. The mirrors are cleaned and adjusted right now. Boy, this gets horrible gas mileage, guys. I went on that little ride, half a tank of gas gone. Horrible gas mileage, man. So I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. Because right now we're not in need for money. You know, we're not rich either. Right now we're comfortable. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. You know, I don't have to sell this, is what I'm trying to say. And having two motorcycles would be too much because I mean, I can't even find time to ride the big dog right now. But trying to sell it around here, man, it's next to impossible to to sell it. Everybody, what they want to do is they want to trade it for some old piece of crap car or some old piece of crap SUV they had sitting outside for the last 15 years, or they want to trade it for some high school project they have, or some duck shucking father and son project they were working on. All kind of junk, man. They have is junk around here. That's all they have, man. They want to trade some piece of junk that they have no use for this motor. It was like somebody wanted to give me concrete work. Somebody wanted to trade me a dirt bike. Are you serious? You think I'm going to go from a chopper to a dirt bike? Concrete work. Guess what? I don't need concrete work. And so we're going to sit on it. And we're going to wait for the election to see who wins. Like I told you guys about Trump, man, he's going to cut Social Security benefits off to people. And that'll hurt us. That'll make us struggle, is what that'll do. That's the only reason why I want the man to lose. I don't want him to win. I couldn't care who becomes president, but what he'll do is he will cut benefits off to people. And one of them might be my wife that he'll cut benefits off to. Because she can't work. She cannot work after her stroke. She can't work. But they don't care. They don't care. That man does not care. What they do is they take that money that was going towards Social Security and they put it into their buddies' pockets. And they make their billionaire friends even richer. That's what they do. Not to mention all the other stuff the guy's going to do to make everyone poorer and the rich richer. So, okay. Yeah, so I took the listing down. I had this on Facebook. I took it down. I'm not putting it back up. And it's funny because the same people that messaged me, I remember them from the last time. There's one dude was called Butter. All right. His Facebook profile was Butter Churner. Okay. After he's messaged me and he said, I'm interested in buying a motorcycle. All right, would you want to come and see it? Can we set up a date for you to come and see it? Then he'd message me back saying, sure. Then I messaged him back, okay, when? And then I didn't hear from him no more. Meanwhile, he took his Facebook down. There's no more Butter Churner. Okay, now if you put two and two together, what is a butter churner? Someone stirring up the pot. That's basically, he made that profile just to mess with people. Then there's another guy called Luke. I remember him from the last time. He's another BSer. That's what you have around here, guys. People, man, around here, around the Pittsburgh area, that they like to try to make someone's life miserable because their lives are miserable. And it's always been like this. It's always been like this. Back when I was a little kid, when I tried selling my mini bikes through the newspaper before there was even an internet. There's this one guy. He had a Norton. You know, when I was a little kid, I didn't know. I didn't know what a Norton was. A Norton dirt bike. He said, "I have a Norton dirt bike. I'm going to come and I want to trade my Norton dirt bike for your mini bike." I'm thinking, oh, and I was like 13, 14 years old. My sister back then was dating a guy that was into motorcycles, and he tried telling me. I didn't want to listen to him. He tried saying, "Vince, the man's pulling your chain. No one's going to trade a Norton in for a dirt bike, for a mini bike." And I said, "Oh no, the guy said he's coming." So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. And it finally dawned on me that I was taken for a sucker. And that was way back in the 70s, man. These people have always been like that around here, around the Pittsburgh region. Because their lives are miserable around here, man. These people around here, their lives are totally miserable. And that's how they want to make everyone. They want to make everyone they can possibly make their lives miserable too. They think that's how they're getting back at whatever caused their lives to be miserable. Knowing this, you put your guard up and you just don't try, well, you try not to deal with these scabs around here like this. Whew. So okay, yeah, those are that one Road King, man. That's a nice bike. It looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Now you have to remember something. Those bikes that they buy, that those dealerships buy, they get them from an auction. They're auctioned off, and they're at an auction for a reason. Okay, a bike that goes into auction, there's usually something wrong with it. That's why the dealer sent it to the auction. They might look nice. The engine it might have a banging bearing. It might have piston slap because of a bad main bearing in it, and that could be why they sent it to the auction. Now, what some of these dealers will do is they'll put like a real heavy oil in. They'll put like a 60 weight of oil in, or they'll put motor honey. They'll put engine oil honey. It's like a real thick oil, and that'll slow what that'll do is that'll slow the noise down a little bit of the bad bearing until that viscosity goes away, until that motor honey gets burned up, and then you'll start hearing the bad bearing once again, and you'll find out, hey, you know what? Once again, I got taken for a ride. I got a Harley Davidson with a bad engine. Now I got to take the engine out and rebuild the engine. But with my big dog, I don't have that problem, do I? I don't have that, do I, bro? But see, you'll have all these people, man. I get them on this channel too. They think that they know everything, boy. Oh yeah, they're so sure of their technology. They think that they're at the pinnacle of human modernness. Their technology of their SUV and their touch screen they have in their SUV, and they could change all the lights in it. They could change the startup sounds and the chime sounds and the ambient colors inside their SUV, or their great big 4-door pickup truck that cost them 80 grand, $3,000 a year insurance. They think they're at the pinnacle of human technology. They're so sure that they know everything. They hear this motorcycle popping. Oh, you have bad valves. You have a bad carburetor. Your carburetor's dirty. You know what? I like hearing that popping noise when I let off the throttle. That's how I want it. Because it's my bike. That's how I want it to sound. Matter of fact, I'm trying to have it more popping noise. That way people around here will think there's gunshots, and they'll call the police saying, "Oh, a guy went down the street firing some kind of a gun. All they hear was pop, 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 pop." That's what I want to happen. See, around here, guys, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Around here, nothing works. You can't sell nothing to these people. Okay? I used to be in home remodeling. Me and my father gave the lowest prices. The lowest prices. You know what people used to do to us? They used to stand over us and watch us when we would do the work in their house. They'd be standing right in back of us watching every single thing we do. You don't do that to people. Okay? You don't do I would never do that to someone I have working in my house. If you can't trust them, don't have them work in your house then. And then they'd want us to put booties on. They'd want us to take our shoes off and put those booties on. Thank God I got out of home remodeling, man. You know, I kiss my wife's feet every single day for getting me into healthcare. You know, I literally kiss the ground she walks on for getting me into healthcare. That was one of the best decisions I ever made was to get out of home modeling and stop working for the picking public. You know, I had some good customers, man, but most of them, it's like for every good customer I had five bad ones. I had five bad ones. You'd finish the, I started even, I used to do just word of mouth. And then I started using a contract. Even though they'd signed a contract, job payable when finished, they'd wait 30 days before they send me my check. And sometimes longer. But by the time I get the check, the money's basically devaluated because I had to wait 1 month. I had to pay my bills. So the money I'm getting from you is basically devaluated. It's deflated. And there's, whether you have a contract or not, there's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do about it. If you're gonna waste the time going to court, it's going to take you even longer to collect your money. We used to specialize, man, in ceramic tile and marble. Okay, now you can't find no one around here no more that does that. We were some of the last ones that did it. Terrazzo, marble, slate. We were some of the last ones that did it. Now there's nobody. You don't see, and anymore in the mornings, all you see is SUVs. You don't see no trucks with the magnetic sign on the side of the door. Okay, or the homemade painted the hand painted sign with a number on a truck and a phone number. You don't see there's no more drywall men. You don't see that no more. You don't see no painters. You don't see no plaster men no more. You don't see no bathroom remodelers. You don't see none of them mom and pop trucks no more on the road, bro. That's all gone. That's gone. That's all gone. It's all a thing of the past. They killed off those trades. The only trucks I see around here are the real big companies. God help anyone else. God help you if you have to call them. Because you better have a lot of money or you better be willing to take out a great big loan. Yep. God help you if you have to call one of these sons of you know what. Because all they want is big money. That's all they want, man. They are not in business to help people. They are in business to skin as much money as they possibly can off you. I was lucky to find a guy from 2 counties over that rewired our basement here. I was lucky to find him. I called this one kid up. He is a certified electrician. He came here. I told him, I said, can you start next week? He said, sure. Never called me back. Never called me back. Why? Why even come out and look at the job if you don't want to do it? You know? Why? Why even come out then? Like I told you guys, man, you want to get on immigrants? My roof. 12 hours. $6,500. 12 hours. They ripped the old one off down to the bare wood. They replaced wood that needed replaced, and they put the modern thick architectural shingles up in 12 hours. And they cleaned everything up. There was not one nail. I could not find not one nail. That's what immigrants do. They work dang hard for the money. They work hard for the money. They work hard for the money, so you better treat them right. Oh, there's 1,000,000 immigrants a day crossing the borders. Let me tell you something, Daddy. Hey, Daddy, let me tell you something. There's always been immigrants crossing the border, Daddy. Can you dig what I'm saying, Daddy? There's always been immigrants crossing the border. And first of all, how do you know? How do you know that? Were you down there? Did you see them with your own eyes doing that? Did you see them with your own eyes crossing the border? How do you know that's true? Daddy, let me say something. Don't believe everything you hear, Daddy, coming over the Murdoch family's news media channels, because they are some sick, lunatic people. They're sick, man. They're sick, Daddy. I'm learning how to speak Navajo, guys, because Navajo is God's language. That's why at the end of these videos I say Yahate. That means everything's good. And that means, basically means God bless. Everything's going good. Yahate.